Okay, now I forgot to get my PowerPoint shared. Oop, I gotta go back over here. So, here we go. Here's share. Travis, can you see the
Yep.
presentation?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Now I need to get my other slide up for myself. There we go. Okay. All right, Sue, I am ready when you.
All right, we have anyone else in the, is there anyone else in the wedding?
Well, the only person that can be on the screen is an actual commission.
Yeah, but is there anyone else online?
There wasn't when I looked.
Today's September 17th, calling the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting to order at 7:03 at 507 Warson, 1200 North Warson Road. Roll call, you want to do one?
Yeah, if you want to do it,
Sue Rich, I'm here. Jim Person. Here. Daniel Buckholder.
Present.
Curtis Carey.
Present.
Travis Neal.
Present virtually.
And Stephanie Todd and Bill Hanson are absent. And that, Lee Tucker Knight, the park director, is in attendance. All right. Any written communication,
we do not have any written communication.
hearing from citizens, no one's online, and no one's in the room. Minutes, you sent the link with the August 2025 park minutes. Does anyone have any changes or modifications?
Move it, accept it.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
Thank you. A vote, everyone in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, they are accepted and passed.
Great.
Item number 5, annual work plan, progress updates from the working groups.
Okay,
So
great.
e-bike,
Yep,
signals.
I have a quick update on, as you all know, the e-bikes passed, the resolution passed. And as an update to that, this last week, the school district has now banned all electric bikes and MTVs from scooters from all school property grounds. And they've sent out information to all of their parents and family, and they're working with the police department for enforcement. So I just thought that was a interesting dovetail with what we're doing. So they are not considering what we're doing with the speed limits and things like that. They just have an outright ban.
So, yeah, when I was at Dobson Fest, 2 or 3 kids that were just one persist.
Yeah, the police department's been working out there. We had an issue last week with a big rig parking overnight in the park. And when the police went out to investigate that, then they found motorcycles in the park. So they were able to.
Overnight.
No, the big rig was being parked overnight. They were there to try and contact the driver, and then they found motorcycles in the park. So
Yeah, they have.
we have, yeah. So, yeah, they're really trying to, send a message that's not okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I didn't, you gotta go through the list?
Sir, are you here for the soil workshop?
Yeah.
That is just next door. I'm so sorry. Oh, don't you worry. It's confusing when there's multiple events. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
We were hoping you were
But-
here for Park
But
and
if,
Recreation.
if you have any, citizen feedback about Parks and Rec, yeah.
Park and Recreation.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
But no
you.
one ever comes to see us.
Enjoy.
That's what I was wondering, I'm like.
But that's smart though to have this, like, have an event, so,
Yeah.
get people to actually come to our.
They've got a good crowd in there. Yeah.
I almost went over there and skipped this,
They have 17 in there.
Want to go through the bullet items?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through. So,
Okay.
Olive and Old Bonham ADA sidewalk project, just an update to you because you were all very interested in this. It is moving forward and it's good that we held off our redesign of that area. We're gonna wait to see what happens. But the City of St. Louis and, the Missouri Department of Transportation reached out to the city to ask if we wanted to have when they quit deed that little parcel, if the city wanted to take over that parcel, and we responded and said, no, thank you. It's, yeah, because we really want it to be MoDOT, or we said we would be willing to look at having the whole corner or all of the park, because little tiny parcels are very difficult to manage. Yeah. So it's much cleaner if they just take care of that. So,
Timetable on them.
there's not, so that project, we believe is being funded separately from the paving, so they are
Okay.
kind of parallel to each other, but they are not with the same project managers.
Parcel is this?
This is the corner of Olive and Old Bonham,
Oh,
where the traffic signal is. The traffic signal has to be moved in order to make the sidewalk ADA compliant.
okay.
Where our sign, we said.
And we have our, our little sign there, so that our sign's gonna be relocated, that's a project we're gonna work on, so that's gonna, it pushed that project out.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is good, cause good thing we didn't do it, and then
Exactly.
we'd be very
This-
sad right
this
now.
is Okay. It
Yeah.
would Not be okay to.
Yeah, so it was serendipitous. Okay. Okay, we're gonna table to, or continue to the next meeting, the dark sky certification progress report, because both Stephanie and Bill aren't here. Okay, however, for community outreach, we have a fabulous opportunity. I believe you all are aware of the Harvest Festival on Saturday, October 25th. We would love to have you all here. And I will be sending out a sign up through Sign Up Genius for people to pick out kind of where they'd like to work. I would really like the commissioners, though, to help us with the alcohol sales if we do them. And Bill is going to be the leader of the parade, but we will have opportunities for setting up earlier in the day, and it's pretty exciting.
Is that the whole thing not been decided? Is that
Well, we're going through the process right now.
to get
And
approval?
to get approval, yes. It is, the process is slightly different this year, so I actually have a meeting tomorrow where we're gonna talk with the finance director, city manager, police chief, and see if we're interested in pursuing it, or we may go back to our old model of having Fallon's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll keep you
So we're
posted.
trying to figure out that.
I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, it's much easier when we just give it away as opposed to sell it.
So might we do that?
No,
Just checking.
no,
I
you will
would
not do
say
that.
also, I think
But the question is whether we
wine
will.
merchants, say, retail houses, they have a wine bar.
Okay. Yeah, good,
So
good to know.
whether we could sell it or we have a third party.
Yeah, it'll still be there. It's just,
So they'll be.
we were hoping to make money off of it, so that's, yeah.
But there's a question as to whether we.
Yeah. So it'll still be there. It just will be either us or an outside vendor. Yeah, okay. Next up, Turkey Trot. So I really wanted to talk to the group about Turkey Trot, because this is, an amazing event. It draws 2,000 people, primarily Olivet residents, but also from surrounding communities. And it is put on all through volunteers, with the exception of the police department and the fire department that are required to work it. And then the only paid staff there that day is one park employee and myself. Sometimes the city manager is there, sometimes the finance director is there, but typically it's only one or two administrative staff. So we have a lot of volunteers, a lot of volunteer captains that are in charge of specific areas. It is really a volunteer event. Our parking captain is Jim Person. So Jim Person is in charge of getting all those cars in and on the field and parked correctly. He has a team that he works with, but he can always use additional volunteers. And then I manage all the hot drinks, which is a very large operation. We always need help with that. So if anyone from the commission is interested in volunteering, we would love to have you. It's a fantastic opportunity to meet a lot of community members that you wouldn't maybe necessarily see. If you do parking, then you can also run the race. If you do hot drinks, you cannot run the race. So it's not a very popular place for people to be, but you get to meet pretty much every single person that runs when you do hot drinks because everybody wants coffee and hot chocolate after the race. So I'll send out a Sign Up Genius for that as well. I would love to have you. Have you guys participated before? Have you been there?
We're usually out of town,
Oh, okay.
so like either preparing stuff to take out of town
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Hey.
it-
or. Like, you're like, what's the deal?
I'm in the hot drink request.
Oh, Travis had a question.
I was just gonna say, we attend, but I'm normally in, doing the event.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Participating is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, very good. We'll work on Bill. So, all right, but if you have any friends or neighbors that are interested in volunteering for things, this is a fabulous thing. It's over and done with very quickly. As Travis knows, you're home pretty quick afterwards.
Well, he's a fast runner.
But you're pushing the twins, right?
Not too fast, but pushing the twins. But it's a good. I love the turnout, and it makes you a good sense of community with everybody that's there.
So are we
Well, it's
gonna,
only 20.
are the high schoolers gonna volunteer again? Do we know?
We're gonna ask them. Yeah, there's just no guarantee, because their time is not their own on holidays.
But we get a pretty good turnout of high school kids, at least we got.
Not in hot drinks.
No, but for the other stuff.
Typically, not very many high school volunteers. Well, they do the scouts do the water stop,
Yeah.
but we're really trying to get the high school kids to run the Founders Cup. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'll send it out and you can decline. All right, a couple other big things coming up. If you haven't been to one of our art gallery openings, these are tremendous. The next one coming up should have a fairly large turnout. Maria Ohoff Castro, who is a local artist who has a good following. She's very much involved with prison performing arts and doing arts as healing with them. And she will have a secondary exhibit down the hallway over here in our emerging artists with some of her clients that are in the Arts as Healing program. So these are people that are returning from incarceration and going through the art program is fantastic. Our last show, we had about 150 people here. So that was amazing. So it's a really great opportunity for you to meet, again, people that you may not necessarily see in your day-to-day life who are engaged with the Olivet community. And then our last event with our 60th celebration is the People's Choice Award, which, as you know, ET won by a landslide, and that is Friday, November 7th. So we're really hoping for a good turnout with that. It'll be inside this room. So there might be an opportunity also to see people. So I encourage you to attend those. If you come to these, there's no jobs. You just come and enjoy it. But it's an opportunity to chat with people and kind of hear their thoughts on things. Jim, you've attended. Do you have any things to share about coming to the art exhibits or?
Other exhibits are very interesting. They're not artists that anyone necessarily knows outside the arts community, but it's great. You get a collective group of people.
Yeah,
It really works nicely.
yeah. And you get a free glass of wine. So.
You get a free glass of wine after the movie as well.
You do not.
Well, one to ask you about.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was wondering,
Drinks, so if we're doing it at, Harvest Festival, is it possible to get that on? Or is
It would be a
better-
whole new process. It's an individual date. So we'll find out what's going on with Harvest Festival and that will determine what we do with the other one.
Got it, okay.
Yeah. Green Team has been chugging right along. They received the recycling mini grant. So here's a picture of what they'll be purchasing. So the one on the right is our permanent recycle bin that's going to go in at Stacy Park. This is a test drive. We're going to put it out there and see if it works. And if we can get better compliance with only putting recyclables in a recycling container. Our current ones are a dismal failure. So the only difference from the one that you see on the screen and what we're getting is ours will not have that dog bone shape. Travis, you might be blocked.
Yeah, but the app, you can't see it.
Yeah, let me put.
Oh, like the
Yeah,
receiver,
yeah,
the
let me
receiving
put
end.
this down. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will not have the dog bone. We will only have two round circles because at Stacy, people just shove all their picnic materials into all the recycling. So this hopefully will help with that. Then the ones in the middle, those are for special events. We're going to be purchasing those through operating funds, not through the grant. And we'll be deploying those at all of our special events. And again, to help people, it's clear so they can see what goes in there. So hopefully they will not put their hot dogs in there. They will just put drinks in there. And then at our big events like Holy Festival and some of our other larger events, we oftentimes get volunteers that will stand at the recycling stations with a bucket for people to empty their liquids into and then chat with people. And it really goes a long way till people, because people want to recycle, and when they're confused, they just kind of give up. So having a friendly face there to encourage you to do the right thing, we find very helpful. And then they also approved the sustainability policy for the Parks and Recreation Department. So that's a big deal because they started that last year and they've edited it. So that will, it really codifies all of the operations the Parks and Recreation Department is already doing to reduce our emissions, to lower our energy costs, and to have a more climate resilient operation. And it is approved by the Green Team because it's only for the department. It's not a citywide initiative, because even though we're in the Green Cities Challenge, we're in it as a department, not as a whole city, which is how a lot of cities start. So Webster Grove started that way, and some of the other cities around here. So it's kind of an easy win, and then eventually it can expand to the whole city. Or not, depends on what the city wants to do. Okay, and then commissioner site visits. With Bill not being here, I was unable to get in to see the reports, so we will also continue that to next time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we can put that.
Oh, wait, you were gonna send it, were you able to send it?
I got it.
Oh, you need it, okay,
Yeah.
so, okay.
And I sent it to Bill and,
You just want the link?
yeah, I just, opened.
The new, okay,
Do it right after the-
okay, thank you, Sue. I'll make a note too that we want to resend the link, I apologize.
Yeah. No, it's
Can I get that link sent to me too? And
Got it, to everyone.
can you repeat the art gallery? What date that was?
Oh,
October 3rd?
it's the first Friday of the month,
Oh.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
October 3rd. Okay,
Exactly.
cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I just love this picture of her side. That was an early morning this summer out there. It's just so beautiful. Okay. Any questions on the work plan?
All right, item 6, 5 Oaks on Warson monthly update.
Just move this right back up. So exciting news, we have 64 memberships added since our last meeting, so we're up to 1870. That's really exciting. Yeah, I really hope, I'm hopeful that by the end of December, we'll be at 2,000, which would be fabulous.
Those are unique numbers.
Those are unique numbers. They do not count the individuals within a household, however.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
But that's-
right. Right, so that means it's much higher if you count all the household members.
What level of, not renewed?
Well, there's always people that come in, they'll suspend or they'll discontinue and then they'll come back later. So yes, absolutely.
So the
But this is our-
70 isn't-
No, the 1870 is what we currently have right now, active. Those are active memberships.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. oops, let me go back. One thing I did want to say, at the last meeting, we did talk about some of the, negative behaviors we've been having in the gym. And I am happy to say that they are all gone. The photo IDs have been a remarkable
Yeah,
remarkable
overcast.
change to our policy. It was fantastic. So,
Perfect.
everybody's feeling a lot better. And we also put in some little cameras around that highlight areas that the staff can't see. We do not record them. They're just a live feed. So there's one at the front door. There's one over by esports because when they're at the desk, they can't see around there. There's another one in the gym. The fitness attendant can see some areas, the front desk can see some areas, but they can't all see
We're
it.
not saving those appointments.
We do not save those. Those are just a live feed for the
So
staff
if
at
they
the front
see
desk.
something,
Correct, correct. Our big cameras, we really don't want the staff to have access to that. Those, if someone needs that, that goes through the police department, because that's a total separate operation. And we really want to keep it away, yeah. Okay. All right, so, no city council report this evening. Maxine had, an engagement come up that she, was unable to cancel, and no other commissioners, council members are available. In fact, Kate's giving the soil talk next door, so if we finish in time, you can go take a peek in and see. She's a fantastic speaker. So moving right along.
all right, so that was item 7.
Yes.
Item 8, Park and Rec. monthly
Yes,
report.
Park and Rec monthly report. So I am very happy to report that we finally had a star party that was not canceled due to overcast skies. So that's the one silver lining of the drought. So they were able to have it. And it was really interesting. The night before, the sky had clouds in it, but only half. So you could still see out the other side. So it was very exciting. And then this last Friday night, they had the Dobson Fest, which was, did you go to that, Jim? Yeah, it was great. Yeah, really good.
Incredible turnout.
Yes.
They did some stargazy.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Soccer is in full swing. We have a picture there of soccer practice up at Stacy. You can see the dismal state of the grass and from the drought. Soccer is going very well. Parking is a challenge. We knew it was going to be bad this year. We put the 15-minute buffer between the games.
Not enough.
It's not enough. It helps, but it's not enough. So this last weekend, we actually had cars parking up on the grass and in the gardens. So the police officers came out and walked around to find the owners. One car did get towed. Yeah, and in the midst of that, we had the big rig parking out there taking 8 spaces, which didn't help. So that's why we were so motivated to find the owner of that big rig. So an email reminder is going out to all the participants, reminding them that carpooling is fantastic and that when your game is done, please visit on your way to your cars to allow the next people to come in. We have overflow parking at the elementary school, but we do fill that as well. So people are welcome to
This is
ride their bikes or
The
walk.
parking,
Don't bring your e-bike.
talking about the station.
Well, Warson is tough too. Warson is not as bad, but,
How many?
It was really bad. I was there on Sunday.
at which one? You were at Stacy, yeah. it was-
Actually, I went to both. That's a long story. I went to both, but Stacy, it
It's
was,
worse, yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I was just, I got there before, a little before, and so it was really bad. And I was there long enough to come back to see it like empty out. It was better, but like when it was full, it was like, it's when people were just parking illegally, it was a problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so it made people leaving a lot slower too.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
how many kids we have signed up?
1,100. Yeah.
So do we have, you taking any steps to cordon off so people don't park on?
I mean, eventually, if we say,
Well, they jumped the curb to
No,
get in
I
there.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
but even,
Put up paper.
but long term, it's an issue. I think we had to put some like no parking signs along like the median, like, you know, where they're parking, but like, it's not an everyday occurrence.
It's not, yeah.
And hopefully we're.
Well, next year will be much better. When pavilion season stops, we are not renting the pavilion in the mornings to avoid having extra congestion. There was a rental last Saturday, but it was only in the afternoon. And then the Dobson Fest came in also because the French Society also had their event, so as we get later in the season, we don't have those, but again, we really
But
try and
soccer
schedule those.
Next year might be back at Igloo.
Well, yes, we really,
Which
really
makes a
hope
big
so. We'll
difference.
make a huge difference. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
since
absolutely.
September.
Right. We had a great turnout at our last movie in the park for the year, and it was like over 125 people there. It was great.
It was a hot night.
It was, yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, it was on my calendar, I was like.
It wasn't that bad in the park. There was a breeze. Kids were running around. It was really hard to get a head count because there were so many kids on the playground and running out throughout the park. That was pretty exciting.
How's the playground like mostly coming along? Is it done now?
It's almost done. Yeah, yeah. It's very frustrating. Yeah. Thanks for your patience on that.
What was the day of that? February?
It was last
Last
Friday.
Friday.
That was Friday.
We had the trivia night, our first ever trivia night. It was a
Mm-hmm.
huge success. And we raised just under $4,000 for the foundation. Yeah, so that was fantastic. Yeah, we sold all the tables except one. So it was pretty good. Jim, I didn't get a picture of you. Jim was in a great costume, wearing a Nehru coat and everything. Yeah. So yeah, people had different years for their tables, which was really cool. Yeah, and people really got into it. And so we've already had requests to do it again next year, so I think we will. I think it's a nice new annual event for us to
Awesome.
do. Yeah, really nice. Here's some pictures from the art gallery opening. It is difficult to take pictures of this because everything's so narrow, but we had a great turnout there. So the Emerging Artists gallery is going down the hallway. This is a wonderful exhibit because one of the artists that's exhibiting in this show also had a workshop on a weekend for kids to come and make some art. She has photos of the class in progress up there, and then their pictures too, which is really nice. And then the kids came with their parents, so we had groups of adults, groups of kids, and the artist talk was really, really great. So in the Parks Division, you've probably all seen the piles of trees.
Mhm.
Those are our poor sad ash trees. Most of the wood has now been hauled away. And then let me move this again. Sorry, Travis, I keep moving you around. Here we go. All of it in bloom just keeps chugging along through the heat of the season. It was great to see everybody out in the park out there. Then putting those goals together, they told us they wouldn't come, then all of a sudden they're here. And it was all hands on deck. So that's Darren Mann, our finance director. Yep,
So, all
yep,
hands on deck.
all hands on deck.
Darren
And
does
then
a
that's
phenomenal
in the back is
They look great.
yeah, is Richard Monroe, our facilities tech. Then we get TJ, our rec supervisor was out there one day. I mean, everybody was doing it. It was, yeah, it was great. They look really good, much better.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
look-
Yeah. Here's some exciting things happening in the park. So, picture of the water dog. It's in all the parks, everywhere it can possibly be. You can see it all over. Yep. Because it's so dry, we're not mowing the grass as much. So it's just been a fantastic opportunity for us to do some clearing. So this is our mowing crew. But when we contract with the mowing company, we also contract for them to do right-of-way clearing and other tasks for us. So this is them cutting back all the growth along the parking rail in the Five Oaks parking lot. So every 2 years or so, we have to cut it all back because the honeysuckle grows back over us. And we don't necessarily treat that in there. There's a long-term project needed to restore the riverbanks in the River de Pere, but that's kind of out of our scope. The Missouri, the Metropolitan Sewer District is in charge of that, and they have very strict guidelines, as you can imagine, with the riparian habitat in there and the creek. So we can't really go in and replant and cut, but I mean, we can cut, but we can't remove because the roots of those are the only things holding the soil back. Yes, we don't treat them. Yeah, we want them to live in there. Eventually they'll hopefully will get higher and higher on their project list. Yeah. So, and then for those of you that aren't familiar with Watsonia, so in order for us to have our lease of Stacy Park and to have our wonderful pathway that goes from Lindley to Dealman, we are in an agreement with the city of St. Louis. And part of that is we have to care for parts of just sections of the water transmission pipelines. So our pathway that goes from Lindley to Dealman is on top of those water transmission lines. They run from Stacy Park all the way to the city of St. Louis. So we have areas that we go in through private property to mow and to cut in the back. Watsonia is one of those areas. This is over by Irvside Park. It goes through, one of the oldest neighborhoods in all of it. And there's a house, you can see that little tiny house. Well, the picture on the right is what it looked like before we went in and bush hogged it and what it looks like now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no one lives in that house. You can sort of see see this chimney here is the chimney you see here. So every 2 years or so, we have to go in and brush hog this. The property line for this house is right up here.
This house
Yeah.
is vacant.
The house is vacant. And then this is an area that before the water right of way was there was a little pond. People used to actually ice skate there. Now there's a big stormwater inlet, but we mow this area all the way up to Price Road behind some houses in there. But, it's just one of our little areas.
Did you get any pushback from the neighbors?
No, they love it when we do this. Yeah, they love it.
They're
Yeah,
happy.
Because sometimes when you take, you settle out.
correct. Yeah. If you ever want to go see there, if you want to know where it is, I'm happy to show you on the map where it is. Okay,
On my turn.
Nine.
So, upcoming dates of importance.
all right. We have a
So-
lot coming.
Really, sweet wreaths, it's the only thing left in September. And then October, you hit the highlights there. So I don't know that we need to hit any of those again or pay particular attention. And again, we certainly need help on Harvest Fest. That's probably
Yes,
the big one.
absolutely.
So you can see those dates.
One thing we didn't talk about is that trash bash on the 25th. Yeah, that's in the morning of the day of the Harvest Festival. And that will be volunteers picking up trash out of the river to Pear over off North Price. So Bruce McGregor from the Public Works Department is heading that up and the green team is supporting it and helping get the word out.
Where is that from? My understanding is the Greenway is not.
The Greenway is starting to do brush. If you go up on North Price, you'll see crews working in there. We mow that area, just not where the brush is, but on that corner, we mow it as part of our big mowing contract. And we know from mowing it that under that are all the railroad ties. They're still in there. So right now,
Removing.
well, they're clearing brush right now, and then the future project will be getting the railroad ties out. Again, they have creosote and a bunch of other stuff on it.
Do they arrive at a path for the Greenway? Is it going to go down for the warehouse? Or is it going to go along River Hill? There's some question.
I don't know. I'm not sure they've resolved that.
On their website, it looks like it's gonna go straight to the north.
Straight across.
Gonna
Along-
go
along
down
the river.
towards Murphy and around.
Okay.
That's what they're still showing.
But it'll still go down past Murphy, but where it goes over there, I'm not sure that's
Because
100%
there's some
signed.
discussion
There is.
Moving it, where, the path that's coming down, Price.
Yeah, that's
And
the
then
plan.
that big warehouse that's there. They were talking about going across the back of their farm.
I don't
I don't-
have an update on that.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that on their plan.
There was a discussion at some point along the way. Okay.
I think that was before, auto beauty.
And, they don't have a farm.
Yeah, so there's been some movement on their side. Okay, sure what they're, I think it's gonna take a while to tear it all up.
Yeah, because they have to tear all this out
big
along the railroad part, and then they have to build a berm on the other side of the river so that the rail cars have a stopping point. So that's what they're working on right now, while they figure out the other side. They needed to get started.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot, and freeway.
The projected finish date is what, next summer?
I am not gonna
Okay.
say, I
Okay.
don't know.
That's
Yeah.
a Bruce question.
Well, they were, when they were here, opposite, they had a tentative date, but I think it's slid. It is slid.
That's where I.
Yeah, It's slid. All right, so future items, the meeting dates and finals, you're gonna send out that proposal, I presume, or?
No, that'll be at our next meeting. Yeah, will be sent out ahead of that. Yeah. Yeah, so, next meeting, when we go over the meeting dates, I'll send out the draft recommended dates for the year, but if you could check your calendars, look for school holidays, look for high holy days or any other conflicts. That could potentially mean that we need to change a meeting. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is, the annual camp report. It
And
will
we will
be.
also get Bill Hanson's report, right?
Yes, yeah, that'll be on there. And then in November, the results of the summer camp survey and then the projections of how their program will be offered next year is coming in. So it'd be great for everyone to hear that and to get your feedback because all of you have kids that attend camp. So we're gonna be very interested in your insights on that.
Okay. All right. That it? So I will entertain,
Before we adjourn, we covered a lot of ground. It was basically a giant update. So are there any questions that you guys have? Because you're both fairly new commissioners, so don't hesitate to ask any questions about anything.
What is the suite?
Oh, it's a mobile library that comes from the county and it pulls up outside and people go in and when Sweet Reads come, everything in it is free.
Okay.
You don't have to have a library card and they give out all sorts of things. They give out gun locks, they give out sanitary products. They give out lots of books and CDs. It's for all ages. They have bestsellers in there, current things as well as, Old Faithfuls. So it's a fabulous resource.
updated bookmobile.
It is. It's an updated bookmobile. Yeah, yeah. It's very popular.
Well, one thing that I did notice tonight, have we added those shades in the fitness?
No,
They always been
they've always been there. They're just not always stand. But at this time of year, so in fall and spring, we have a Stonehenge situation where the light, as the sun is moving north and south, it suddenly lines up perfectly. So if you come in at a certain time, the sun's straight through there and blinds you.
I haven't seen it, but I was also thinking about when we goes down for first, to avoid first.
They don't necessarily prevent bird strikes, unfortunately. They're still a reflection.
Okay,
Yeah. Otherwise, yes, that would be great.
I don't know if we could step on the backside of it.
Well, it has to be on the outside of the window. Yeah. So,
All right,
okay.
now are we good? Yeah. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
First was, motion to adjourn.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Or meeting, here adjourned.
Thank you so much, Travis.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
So keep trying to report it.
I will do my best. Hang on while I, okay, where's my cursor? Where is that? Aha.
So I will try to send that
Oh,
link.
wait, it's not, it's just a recording.